Hello, everyone. Today, I'll discuss tourism in perspective and its historical development. Tourism has become one of the world's largest and fastest-growing industries. Before modern tourism, we must understand its definition, components, and evolution. UNWTO defines tourism as activities of people traveling outside their usual environment for less than 1 year for leisure, business, or other purposes. Tourism is a complex system involving tourists, communities, businesses, governments, and the environment.
Components of tourism. The tourism industry is made up of several key components that depend on one another. Tourists. They are the core of the tourism system, the people who travel for various reasons such as leisure, business, or education. Host communities. These are the local residents who welcome and serve tourists. Their culture, friendliness, and hospitality create unique travel experiences. Businesses and service providers, including hotels, travel agencies, restaurants, airlines, and tour operators who fulfill tourists' needs. Governments, responsible for policies, tourism promotion, safety regulations, and infrastructure development. The environment, both natural and man-made, which becomes the main attraction for tourists. When these 5 components work in harmony, tourism can grow and contribute to the economy. But if one of them is weak, for example, poor infrastructure or untrained staff, it can damage the entire tourism experience. 3. Tourism from different perspectives. A. Economic perspective. From an economic point of view, tourism is one of the most important sources of income for many countries. It creates employment, stimulates trade, increases government revenue, and generates foreign exchange. Local communities can also benefit through small businesses like souvenir shops, food stalls, and homestays. For example, Bali's economy relies heavily on tourism. Hotels, restaurants, and local craftspeople all benefit when visitor numbers rise. That's why tourism is often called a labor-intensive industry. It provides jobs for people at every level of skill. B. Social and cultural perspective. Tourism is also a bridge between cultures. It promotes mutual understanding and respect among people from different backgrounds. Through tourism, visitors can learn about traditional art, language, and customs, while locals gain a broader worldview and pride in their culture. However, this relationship must be managed carefully. If tourism becomes too commercialized, it can threaten cultural authenticity. For instance, traditional ceremonies may be performed just for tourists, losing their original meaning. Therefore, cultural preservation and responsible tourism education are important to maintain balance. Circa environmental perspective. From the environmental perspective, tourism can be both a blessing and a challenge. Responsible tourism can encourage environmental protection, such as reforestation projects or eco-tourism programs that educate visitors about conservation. But on the other hand, uncontrolled tourism can damage ecosystems. For example, excessive waste, pollution, and overbuilding of resorts can harm beaches and forests. That's why the concept of sustainable tourism is essential. It aims to ensure that tourism meets present needs without destroying resources for future generations. 4. Historical development of travel and tourism. Now let's move to the second part, the history of travel and tourism. In ancient times, travel was not for leisure. People traveled mainly for trade, war, or religious purposes. Traders along the Silk Road connected Asia, Africa, and Europe, while pilgrims journeyed to sacred places like Mecca or Jerusalem. During the Middle Ages, travel became more restricted and dangerous due to wars, limited transportation, and political instability. Only a few groups, such as missionaries and merchants, traveled long distances. In the Renaissance era, curiosity about art, science, and culture started to grow. Education and exploration became part of social life, especially for European nobles who took the so-called Grand Tour, traveling across Europe to study culture and civilization. This marked the beginning of Then, the Industrial Revolution in the 18th and 19th centuries changed everything. With the invention of steam engines, railways, and later airplanes, travel became faster, cheaper, and safer. People began traveling for holidays, not just necessity. During the colonial period in Indonesia, the Dutch promoted natural attractions like mountains, beaches, and plantations to foreign visitors. This was the start of tourism development in Indonesia, focusing on natural beauty and hospitality. In the 20th century, tourism expanded massively. After World War I, economic recovery, paid vacations, and better transportation allowed the middle class to travel more often. This era saw the rise of package tours, international flights, and global destinations. And finally, in the 21st century, digital technology revolutionized tourism. Today, travelers use mobile apps to book hotels, compare prices, or explore destinations virtually before they even arrive. 5. Tourism in the digital era. Digitalization has changed how tourism operates. Now, social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube play a huge role in influencing travel decisions. Destinations are marketed through engaging photos, videos, and travel vlogs. New careers have also emerged, such as travel influencers, digital marketers, online travel consultants, and event organizers. The tourism industry now requires professionals who are tech-savvy, creative, and communicative. However, the digital era also brings new challenges. Competition is getting stronger, tourist trends change quickly, and service providers must continuously innovate to stay relevant. To succeed, future tourism workers, like as students of management, need strong digital skills, creativity, language ability, and hospitality mindset. 6. Challenges and opportunities in modern tourism. Tourism today faces challenges such as climate change, over-tourism, and shifting consumer behavior. Travelers now prefer sustainable and meaningful experiences, such as eco-tourism, cultural tourism, or volunteering trips. On the other hand, these changes open up opportunities for innovation. Destinations can adopt green practices, use smart technology for efficient management, and collaborate internationally for marketing. Governments and private sectors must work together to ensure that tourism grows in a balanced and inclusive way. To conclude, tourism in perspective is not a single concept. It's a combination of economic, social, cultural, and environmental dimensions that work together to create a global industry. From the beginning of human civilization, people have always been curious to explore new lands. What started as journeys for trade or pilgrimage has evolved into a trillion-dollar global sector that connects every corner of the world. Tourism contributes not only to economic growth but also to global peace and cultural understanding. It teaches tolerance, empathy, and appreciation for diversity. It reminds us that the world is both vast and interconnected, and that every journey, big or small, adds meaning to human life. However, with great growth comes great responsibility. As future professionals, we must ensure that tourism remains sustainable, that it respects nature, empowers local communities, and preserves cultural identity. The future of tourism lies in innovation, inclusivity, and integrity. We must embrace technology without losing the human touch, because in the end, the heart of tourism is still about people, welcoming them, connecting them, and creating experiences that they will remember forever. So, when we look at tourism not only as an industry but as a reflection of humanity's desire to explore and connect, we realize that travel is not just about moving from one place to another. It's about discovering ourselves, our cultures, and our shared world.